Okay, I'm gonna say it 3 times in the mirror. El Dorito, El Dorito, El Dorito. Where's that coming from? Are you ready to party, my little friend? He's real!
That's the Rey Mysterio heel turn they don't want you to know about. Oh, that shit get me rolling every time. Anyway, we're here. It's episode 30 of the Berserk and Nasty podcast. I am joined by gloriousness himself, Charles.
The one and only.
How glorious are you? How glorious is the prime that you drink?
It's magnificent.
It is wonderful. It is liquid gold, liquid. Just as much nectar. Well, I would say the lack of nectar for football team. I know we're talking about wrestling, but there's a segue because this got slid across my table today. But on Snapchat, Packers were brief. They released Jair Alexander. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Do you? I don't.
Not really. I don't know what they was thinking. Maybe they got somebody else in mind.
Either that or there probably was like a big contract issue. I don't know. It just feels so weird to release, especially when he's been like the premier like leader of defense.
It's funny because I haven't really been keeping up with NFL news lately.
It just whatever pops up on my feed, that's what I basically take, and then I'm just like, hey, what's everybody's opinion? You know, that kind of thing. But that's just a little bit of a segue to start off. Let's talk about the pay-per-views. It's going to be a short podcast today. We have other stories, but they're going to be special reports that I'm going to be doing tomorrow and Wednesday in regards to the shooting in Las Vegas involving the YouTubers and Billy Mitchell's response to Carl Jobs, which he uploaded like 6 days ago. I didn't even know about it until Nicholas Diorio uploaded his reaction video. I'm like, hey, let's see what Dollar Store John Wick has to say. Anyway, Worlds Collide. The first event, for those of you that don't know, WWE outright purchased AAA, and they had an event called Worlds Collide. Basically, as you see here, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and AAA stars come together at the Kia Forum, home of the Golden State Warriors. Okay, 764,000 viewers. God damn! I didn't even know it was free on YouTube, which is awesome. So the first match, Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and my boy Mr. Iguana defeated Latino World Order, Dragon Lee, Cruz del Toro, and Lince Dorado by pinfall.
I didn't know they was crossing over already.
Oh yeah, they had I think they announced it like right after the purchase at WrestleMania.
Okay.
You remember? Of course, Mr. Iguana is hella over in the world of WWE, which he should be. You know, all things considered. Yeah, I just. I know that a lot of people are not big sticklers on the characters. I think they can be. They're either meaningful or they're goofy when it comes to Lucha Libre.
Why was there so many tag team matches?
It's just that's the one thing I don't like about crossover events is when they do all these tag teams.
Yeah, that's unnecessary.
It's just I'm like, can't you just have a 1v1? You know?
Why they only had one on the card. That's weird.
Right. Next, so the first event was good. Dominic Mysterio of course, challenged Octagon to a match at Money in the Bank later that night. After the match itself was pretty cool. Like I said, Mr. Iguana got over, which, I mean, he's deserving, especially in that atmosphere. Stephanie Vacour and Lola Vice defeated Chick and Dallas by pinfall. That was an okay match, especially with the Devil's Kiss that they did. The double Devil's Kiss. It's cool. Legado del Fantasma, Santos, Angel, and Humberto defeated Dr. Wagner. I know that says Wagner, but over there they pronounce it Wagner. I just remember that from one of the matches. They defeated Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown by pinfall. This was a fun match to watch, too. Had a lot of good spots in it, for sure. Legado del Fantasma, they did some really good spots. And then Ethan Page defended his North American Championship against Javon Evans, Laredo Kid, and Ray Phoenix. This was a fun match to watch. This was super fun to watch. The ending was great with how they carried out. It was. I don't know if you saw the ending to that match.
I actually didn't watch any of that.
Okay.
I forgot it.
Basically, Javon Evans hit like his frog splash spot on a pinning attempt, and Ethan Page like came in and hit the his version of the Twist of Fate.
When you said something about it earlier, the name of it just sounded like something AEW would come up with.
What's that?
The Worlds Collide.
It used to be an old event between WCW and AAA. Well, also, AEW has their own version called Forbidden Door, which is leagues below Worlds Collide, let's be honest.
Yeah, the whole time I thought it was an AEW event.
Right. So, and then the final, the main event, Chad Gable versus Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship, which is their version of the WWE Universal Championship. This was a stupid fun match. Vikingos and Chad Gable's athleticisms really came into the forefront in this match. A lot of good technical wrestling by Chad Gable and a lot of high-risk, high maneuvers from Vikingo. It was just a stupid fun match.
To be honest with you, I don't ever think I pay attention to pro wrestling.
What's that?
I said I don't think I ever pay attention to Chad Gable.
Yeah, I think
I've seen a lot of his matches.
I think he's horribly underrated, honest to God. Like, the dude can work, for sure. So that is it for... I always wondered, too, how... I remember we were talking before the stream about the shit going on in LA. I'm like, how far is the looting and shit from this event? Yeah, that's just food for thought. But anyway... Money in the Bank was the next, I think it was like hours afterwards.
What time did that go? Like around 4?
What time did the Worlds Collide start?
Yeah.
It was like 3.
Oh no, so it had to be a couple hours. It had to be like an hour or two after.
Yeah. Of course, to move like certain people.
Yeah, because I think Money in the Bank started at 7.
Yeah, it did. You're not wrong. So, Women's Money in the Bank, Naomi won against Alexa Bliss, Julia, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne, and the previously mentioned Stephanie Valcour. This match was all right. It had some... It was a long way. Thank you, Chris. It was all right. It had some good moments. But other than that, I just remember just constantly looking at my phone unless the announcers, like you said, just went ape shit, you know?
Yeah, I thought the ending of it was pretty decent.
I mean, I didn't understand Naomi winning, though, because she doesn't really have any, like, big storylines prepared for her.
Yeah, they got the whole the Jade and Bianca storyline going.
Yeah, but that doesn't really blend into her having like any championship implications with like Io Sky or Tiffany Stratton. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I got a feeling they're gonna let either Jade or Bianca win.
Oh yeah,
she just cashed in.
oh yeah. Yeah. We're gonna see how that plays out. I think your theory kind of holds up there, though, Charles. I think.
But I think Bianca's still injured.
Oh, Bianca's injured? I didn't know that. Damn, someone's getting fat while they're on stream. Let's see. I need to pull something up here for the men's match. Oh, here it is. Let me see. Go to this. Pull this up real quick. All right. So, as mentioned before, Dominic Mysterio challenged Octagon Jr. for a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. Dominic Mysterio retained in under 5 minutes, which I thought this match really could have gone much better, honestly.
Who's the other girl that got a that's in that faction? The Judgment Day.
Oh, Raquel Rodriguez?
Is that the one he got caught eating chicken nuggets with?
Oh no, that was with Roxanne, I believe.
Okay, yeah, Roxanne.
It was weird, I admit. But this match really should have gone like at least 13 minutes. I think we would have had a decent enough story built at that point. But it just never really came to be. Moving on. Becky Lynch defeated Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Had Lynch lost, she would never have been able to challenge as long as Valkyria was champion. But since Valkyria lost, she was forced to raise Lynch's hand and acknowledge her as the better woman, or in this case, the better man.
Oh, so she won a title?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I love Lyra. I think they're trying to hype her up for a potential women's title shot. That's why they're kind of doing this. And yeah, I just don't understand why you would give it to Becky, though, unless she's trying to raise talent from down under to get them elevated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess she's just that big of a superstar. You gotta put her in some kind of storyline.
Yeah, I guess so. So, the Money in the Bank for the men's match. Seth Rollins won by defeating Andrade El Grande Americano, or Chad Gable in quotations. LA Knight, Penta, and Solo Sikoa. This was a really fun match. I even said it at the onset in like one of the Discords I was in. Penta's in a ladder match. Buckle up. And he didn't disappoint, especially with him doing that Canadian Destroyer or the Mexican Destroyer on that ladder on the Andrade. That was funny. But then you had this part right here. So, of course, Seth's cronies come in and interfere. Bro just got speared out of his shoes.
Wait, we couldn't see it.
What's that?
We can't see it on the screen.
What do you mean you can't see it on the screen?
I can't see what you was just watching.
Oh, did I close out? God damn it. Open up, you dum-dums. There we go. Oh, I must have hit stop share. It's so auspicious because it shines blue, whereas share this tab instead, it shares as white.
Yeah.
So it's so auspicious. But let's try this again. Here's the spear. Bruh just got speared into another millennium.
The fact of how he be doing it is so crazy.
He just the air time is
He
ridiculous.
be jumping from like 6 feet back.
Oh my god. Let me see if I get a like right there. He's already got like 2 people between him by the time he's doing that jump. So he's probably putting like a lot of force in his lower extremities to just get that pep. Boom! He just gets so much air on it. It's retarded. Let me see if I can find that that clip. Oh, here we go.
Well, starting with this, Carlino set on top.
It's just amazing how he gets that lunge. But we saw something interesting. Jacob Fatu tried to help out Solo Sikoa, or so we thought, and he yells, "I hate you, Solo," and just knocks him off the ladder.
I seen that. Cause you watched SmackDown, right?
I did not. So what am I missing here?
So you got to go back and watch the conversation they was having in the hallway. When Jacob was Solo was talking behind Jacob back, and Jacob overheard him. He was basically calling Jacob dumb.
So he basically did what Batista did with Evolution, right? He overheard everyone talk behind his back.
Yeah, he called Jacob all brain.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, Seth Rollins wound up winning the whole thing. And honestly, I was looking for another. I was really hoping that either LA Knight or Penta would win. But it's like, okay, we want to further the storyline.
But Triple H said it's coming sooner or later.
Oh, okay.
He hinted at something big coming with LA Knight. He just never said what.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. It's just I hear a lot of people saying that Seth Rollins should cash in on Cena, and I'm just like, not yet. Not yet. Let it play out a little bit here. Because
I think he will.
Yeah, because if you do it before War Games, then you're fucked. You fucked your own storyline. But if you do it like right as Cena is going out the door, then you've basically passed on the torch in the right way.
No, see how I personally wanted to happen is I want our truth to be Cena. Then that same night, Seth Rollins cashed in on our truth.
And then that creates a whole storyline heading into WrestleMania. I can see that actually. That
our truth get at least a second as a champion.
Yeah, because you're now hyping up the prospect of Ron Killings, which we'll get to in a moment.
Yeah, because now he got all the hype behind him. So what you gonna do with it?
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like with the feud between him, CM Punk, and Roman, they won't let him cash in.
Yeah, unless they come in to like try to. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Yeah, like Ron comes in. You know, he comes in, defeats Cena. They all celebrate in the ring, and then Seth and his cronies come in to attack everybody, and then Rollins cashes in. That would be nuts, actually. And it would add more layers to the story between everybody. Oh, no. Don't save that. Open the image in a new tab. But, yeah. So, like I said, it's been a short stream. Go ahead, Charles.
No, you can go ahead. I understand that.
So Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso took on John Cena and Logan Paul. It was okay. It wasn't anything extravagant aside from psychology and all that.
What was the point of that match?
It was just to further something that happened on Saturday Night's main event. I thought it was just completely dumb.
Yeah.
Until this happened when R-Truth. So there was a report going around that R-Truth was released from his contract. Everybody's pissed. Everybody's angry at WWE. The whole locker room is in a fit. And then he comes back and attacks John Cena. And I'm just like, oh, no shit. But, yeah, I agree with you, Charles. I think they're going to hype up Ron the Truth to have a big run, which eventually culminates in him beating John Cena.
They're gonna have to find some way to make it happen.
Yeah, they're gonna have to build him up for sure.
Nobody will believe R-Truth being seen in one-on-one though.
No,
it had to be a special way.
Well, it would either have to be a special screwy way of doing it, or they would have to build up his in-ring abilities, have him getting win after win after win after win, week after week, and eventually it hypes him up as like the main guy, the one guy that could potentially beat John Cena near the end.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to see how this plays out for sure.
They got a cross-brand thing going, right?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's incredibly dumb. You're like, oh, we're gonna have two different brands with two different rosters, like, and yet you have everybody crossing over to get title shots. It makes
because I think it's open. I don't think anybody can. I think anybody can go to any brand.
Yeah, it's so fucking dumb. It's like, okay, if you want to sit there and say each brand is different, fine. But don't sit there and try to have people cross over and say it's all different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It just makes no sense.
Makes sense.
Oh, and I just got a word from the Wrestle Ops here in the Discord. Ron Killing segment announced for Raw tonight in half an hour. So, yeah,
I heard about that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. We're basically half an hour away from the whole thing. We're just going to end the stream right here. It's a short stream, but be on the lookout, guys, for special reports in the next 2-3 days in regards to Billy Mitchell's response to Carl Jobst and the shooting that just happened in Las Vegas. So, in the stream right here.
Who got shot in Las Vegas?
What's that?
So who the hell got shot in Las Vegas?
It was like a beef between like two influencers.
Oh.
Two YouTubers that were like trading copyright strikes, and one of the dudes was like streaming in Vegas with his wife, and the guy just ran up and shot both him and his wife on camera.
Oh damn!
It's a whole nother mess. It's so fucking dumb. Ugh. It's really dumb. I do want to cover that story tomorrow. Go ahead, Charles.
I said it's like I can understand it some way, but I also don't understand it.
Yeah, it's like you understand why they're angry. You don't understand why they're killing each other. You know, it makes no sense.
Because when stuff like that happens, you also gotta understand that some of these people's whole livelihood is YouTube. That's how they feed their family.
Yeah. I mean, but it's a difference between someone that has 3,000 subs as opposed to someone like a Logan Paul or a Jacksepticeye,
Yeah.
a Markiplier, who actually have the ability to feed their families without having to worry about where their next paycheck is coming from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you get these small-time YouTubers who are trying to build up clout through any means necessary, and they just get into these beefs. It just doesn't help anybody, really.
Yeah.
But
now you got to go to jail for life.
yeah, I think the dude's still on the run right now. That's going to be a topic for another night. If you guys enjoyed this podcast and would like to see more, make sure you subscribe with notifications on. Tune in next 2 to 3 days. I will be on here by myself doing a special report into everything that has happened. And then next week, I have to talk to someone, and we're going to try to get someone on the podcast who has had a front row seat to all the shit that's been going on in LA with all the attacks on ICE and the LAPD. So make sure you all be tuned into that. Until next time, we'll see you all later.